So let's say you want to make a money system. For an example, if you wanted to buy this house, you can see on the test over here that I have 15,049, and this old worn cabin is worth 500. If I click this button, 500 will decrease from my money, and I will get a message saying, "Congrats on your new house, the previous owner is very happy you bought it." You can see there's barriers here now. I can't go in unless I buy the house. Now the barriers are gone and I can go in. I'm using a chain of command blocks right here. The first one is checking if the player has 500 or over, and if it does, it continues with the next command, which is the congrats command, and then it continues with remove 500 because the house is worth 500. So if you wanted to cost more or less, you'd need to change this number and also this number. I want to show you how to set this up. So step 1, make a dummy scoreboard. You can see I already have one over here, so I'm gonna remove that. So the command to make a scoreboard is /scoreboard objectives add, and name the scoreboard whatever you want. I'm gonna name mine money, and then it's important that you name it that you take it as a dummy scoreboard, and then you can just go press enter, and then we obviously want the player to be in the scoreboard, so we do scoreboard players add your username, or just @a, that adds all the players, money, and then score, that is how much score you want the player to start with. I'm gonna do 1500 for the sake of this video. Now we can't see it in the right side, so we're gonna do scoreboard again, objectives, set display, sidebar, the name of your scoreboard, and then click enter. Now you can see our money to the right. Step 2, add a way to make money. For an example, daily paycheck or challenges. So if you want a daily paycheck, for an example, when it turns nighttime, and then the second it turns day, you gain a tiny amount of money, or the amount of money you set in. Scoreboard players add @a money, and then the amount of money you want the player to get each day. I'm gonna do 150, and then done. It is important that you have it on impulse as well, because if you have it on repeat, it's just gonna keep on giving you money every single tick. Click done, and now test it. It's nighttime, and then once it turns day, you can see our money gets increased. Step 3, add things to buy. That is where the house comes in. If you don't have this little one down here, you're gonna go to options, controls, and then operating items, make sure that's on. Then you will have this in creative. First command obviously is to check if the player has the right amount of money. So we're gonna do execute if score at, I'm gonna do @s, I'm gonna test that. If it doesn't work, we just replace it by the username. The scoreboard name matches the amount you want the house to be, the amount that you want the house to cost, and then make sure you have 2 dots at the end as well. That basically just tells the game if the player has 500 or more, run to the next command. So the next command is going to be a chain, conditional, and always active. Scoreboard, players, remove the username, money, and then 500. So now, if we press this button, it's going to remove money until we don't have 500 anymore. You can see if we press this button when we have below 500, it's not gonna work. So the next command is gonna be a tellraw command. We're gonna say nice purchase. This is basically just gonna be the message that pops up when you buy the house. Also make sure you have these before the text, because otherwise it will not work. Let's test this. Nice purchase. So it works. That's cool. Here's some bonus things I thought of maybe doing. As you can see, my skin is glowing yellow. That is because I have a command over here that with the command block that execute if the player has 15,000 or more cash or scoreboard. I'm gonna change this to money. Matches 15,000. Run effect give the player glowing infinite 99 true. So basically the command checks if you have 15,000 or more cash right there, and if you do, it gives you the effect, the glowing effect. I made a team with the team color as yellow, and when I join that team you can see that I am yellow. If I change this color, it can be like red, so I'm red, and then maybe you want black or aqua. You can see that the color of my outline on my skin changes. Okay, so the command for this one is execute at username if score username money matches 1,000 or above. Run particle. For me, I'm gonna use dust as a yellow color. This is the size of the particle field, the speed of it, and the amount of particles. So if I set my score to, let's do 900, and then press these so that we get our daily bonus, you can see we have golden steps now, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Might also be annoying for some people, but okay, so we can do this one next then. Always have hero of the village when rich. If you don't know, hero of the village basically just gives you a few rewards when you go to a village after saving it from a raid. I don't exactly know what it does, so I can't explain it that much. We're gonna do execute if score username, scoreboard name matches, and then we're gonna do like, I don't know, let's do 1,000. Run effect give username hero of the village infinite 15 true. This true at the end basically just means if hide particles. If false, it will not hide the particles. If true, it will hide the particles. So I'm gonna keep that on true. Actually, I'm not gonna have this infinite. I'm gonna have this on 1. Effect clear. You can see that we have 1 now. So if I were to buy this house and my score goes below 500, sorry, 1,000, the effect disappears, which I think is a pretty cool feature. Golden player name when over a certain amount of money, which we already have, only that it's aqua right now. Special chat tag when crossed a specific amount of money. So we can also do that with the team. Team modify golden league, which is the team name. We're gonna do prefix, and it's gonna be star. Yeah. So now you can see we have a star next to our name. Even when we chat, we have a star next to our name, which I think is pretty cool. That'll be it for this video. Kind of a fast go through, but I hope it helped you. If you want like help with anything, I will always be in the comments. I am happy to help. Enjoy your money life and enjoy becoming rich. See ya.